Всем привет, с вами Smoki Gaming, и мы сегодня продолжаем играть в Hogwarts. Так, давайте сделаем сюжетное задание изучения тварей. И потом по допкам, я думаю, пойдем. Вот сюда нам надо. Кабинет. Так.
Revelio.
Ну, погнали. Вон они уже стоят. Сейчас мы начать.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we?
Даже не умел.
Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy.
Poppy.
Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe.
Ой-ой-ой-ой.
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald.
Джеральди. Блин. Что он сделал?
Use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience.
Щетку. А мы даже изучать это не будем. Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой.
That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some?
О! Корм. Ой,
What
ой.
do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition and cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss
Okay.
Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
О. Жмыры. Коты.
Oh, couple of knees or whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes.
Ах, ты что делаешь?
Thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tus peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone.
Her name is Persephone.
That's really not funny.
Это не смешно и правда. Тебе навалять?
Let's go.
Ну ладно, с тобой мы еще поговорим. Не надо Персифона обижать. Он миленькая.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the measles just as you did with Gerald.
Ага.
The measles really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves
Так они
out.
закрыты.
Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Окей.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
Класс. В общем, класс. Я побаиваюсь, мне понравилось.
Wonderful. I believe I'm really
Wonderful.
going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer.
Ядровуш,
stumbling over
привет,
dead
спасибо.
beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters
Белый,
that we
привет.
can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other fifth years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile,
okay.
I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
Пс, иди сюда. Окей.
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In
В
the
лесу.
forest.
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Ух ты.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise.
Новое животное какое-то нам покажет.
Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
И правда.
Where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back.
Ух ты. Красивый.
Please meet
С крыланой. Она красавица,
Isn't
верно?
she just
Да.
magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you
Уважение.
approach them.
Блин, какой же он красивый. Все-таки. Гиппограф. Наклониться. Переклониться. О! Какой-то знак дал.
I knew it. I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody.
Сплетни. Кушай. Ням, ням. Блин, прикольно. Тут и животных можно приручать.
So, what did you think of Highwing?
Она великолепна, она великолепна или она явно опасна? Великолепна, конечно.
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
Выглядит подозрительно, вряд ли это можно считать подозрительно.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on, what they're doing.
Надо об этом разобраться, не стоит.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon.
Да, поговорим мы с тобой еще поппи. Мне вообще понравилось. Хочу, чтобы нам дали своего питомца, и все. И все классно.
Hello, friend.
Постерону.
I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
As I mentioned, my sister Anne misses Hogwarts, and she hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Felcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, hope you're faring well with the blasting curse. It's still one of my favorites.
Now that you've attended Beast's class, I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
О! Да сколько вас тут сов?
My Uncle Roland in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
Капец. Походу сейчас задание навалится. Поговорить, верните. Давайте это сделаем, чтобы не бесило. Темное искусство, ключевые скрытности, урочная комната. Сразу говорю, я эти статуэтки сам нашел. Так что теперь у нас 3-й уровень будет Алхамора, точнее. Блин, не все. Так. В общем, нам, походу, в последнее время сейчас время будет. И... Во, еще тут допки появились. Раз допка. Роланде, Дупсе. 2 допка. 3. Поле призывателя и 4. А, не. 3 допки еще плюс. В общем, теперь точно нам будет чем заняться. Так что будем делать только допки. Это интересно делать, так что не надоест, думаю. Для меня именно не надоедает. Мне надо, конечно, играть, хочется отдохнуть, но это нормально. Где?
Revelio.
Ладно. О, нау предмет. Видел, что ты уже почти финал прошел. Но мне еще до финала далековато.
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Oh, greetings. Any luck removing some more of those demiguise statues?
Деминасок у меня еще
I actually have some moons for you.
Понятно.
Dear me, you have been busy. Incredible. Thank you. You're ready for the final Alahamora lesson. With this knowledge, no lock shall ever stand in your way. You have done all I asked. I only wish I knew who put those statues everywhere in the first place. Alas. If you do find more, please feel free to remove them. You'll be doing your caretaker a huge service. And if I ever find out who the bully is behind this cruel trick, I shall let you know. Thank you once again for your assistance and tenacity.
О, все.
Now that you've mastered...
А у меня вон. Сделал твари изучить. И вот деек. Самое интересное вот это будет. Поговорить с дееком, нам дадут вроде комнату, где можно питомцев, и можно будет забирать питомцев с улицы к себе. У меня вон тут столько еще проходить, жесть. И испытания только на 25% пройдено.
Finding demiguise statues and removing those moons.
Ждите, но стоит Гледвина Муна. Окей. Не, это здорово, просто... Мне нравится игра, так что... Нет, не хотел. Если бы хотел, то уже бы прошел игру. Если хочешь, то можно пройти его за 5 стримов, я думаю, прошел бы, если только по сюжету шел. Такие же еще по допкам хожу. Иногда бывает усталость из-за этого. Как будто хочу, но так нет.
Revelio.
Не привык я так долго играть. О, тоже под замком. Все, у нас теперь все сундуки открыть можно. Так что... Так, мне нравится играть. Конечно, долго я всегда не могу играть. Из-за этого подчас бывает игра. Элиза... Чего? Левар, ты был прав. Что-то там, ладно. Фиг поймешь, что там написано. Усталость — это нормально. Блин, заговорился. Так, тун-тун-тун-тун.
Revelio.
Где оно же жит? Ладно. Тут еще один уровень. Ее надо взломать. Интересно, что-то надо. Что-то нам скажет Мун. Когда вести что-то. Какие-то вести надо ждать. Что нам скажет? Бог его знает. Интересно. Вот где? Вот тут? Нет. Ладно.
Revelio.
Превью. Так, давайте это эльф, хвать мешок, ткацкий станок. Поговорка какая-то новая. Карта. Надо выручать комнату, да? А не. Или куда? Вроде выручай комнату, он там должен дать одну вещичку. А, ну да, выручай комнату, да.
Deke.
О.
Ah, Deke is so happy to see you. Deke noticed this bag in the room to help with your schoolwork. Deke has seen one of these before. Deke calls it
Хвать
a
мешок.
knapsack.
Че? Не надо меня хвать мешок делать. Зачем?
Perfect for gathering and transporting beasts.
О!
Pleasant little breeze.
I have been thinking about something Professor Howen said in Beasts class, that I should study as many beasts as I can on my own time. She also mentioned that poachers have been active in the area. So, perhaps the beasts will be safer with us than out on their own.
Precisely what Deke was thinking. You see, the room knew exactly what you needed, and luckily, Deke can show you how to best use the knapsack and where. Come along then.
Ага. Научу стучать, как этим пользоваться.
Our first stop will be beyond the castle grounds. We can leave now, or you can come and find Deke when you're ready to go.
Готов.
I'm ready to learn how to use the knapsack.
Perfect. Deke loves an outing.
Опять загрузка. Че я не готов? Я всегда готов.
That was a dark time in Deke's life. Deke found himself in service of the cruelest wizard he ever met.
Он рассказывает
A nasty
историю.
poacher. Deke hated working for him. He did horrible things to beautiful beasts. Oh, it was during those days that Deke first saw a knapsack. It'll be nice to see one used for good.
Походу, у Дейка было раньше жизнь такая себе.
Deke enjoys coming here to watch the beasts, especially the puffle of puffskeins nearby.
Карликовые
It'll be nice to keep
пушишки.
them safe. All you will need to do is get close, direct the open knapsack toward the puffskein, and in it'll go.
All right.
Чё? Ховать мешок.
Revelio.
Где вы? Пушишки. Квадрат. Буду знать. Поймали. Да, поймал. Молодец я.
I managed to rescue a puffskein.
You can rescue as many as the knapsack will hold. Poachers capture puffskeins and, well, Deke isn't sure what they do with them. Deke is certain they will be safer with you. Now, not all beasts will be as simple to rescue as a puffskein. Deke suggests you next find a beast that can fly. A jobberknoll, perhaps.
All right. Where would I find one?
Deke knows of some to the west, nesting in a large tree overlooking Hogwarts. But we must be careful. Deke has seen poachers in the area recently.
Браконьеры не
Deke
беда.
will meet you there whenever you're ready.
Будет там ждать. Встретитесь с Дейком возле места обитания Болтрушки. Подожди. Болтрушаек, блин. Как неудобное название. Непривычное.
Hello, Deke. Shall we continue?
Oh, good. Deke was worried about you, what with all the poachers in the area. Perhaps we should work quickly. The jobberknolls are just here, in this large tree. If it's helpful, Deke has seen Levioso used to slow flying beasts. Easier to get in close and use the knapsack.
Попробуем.
Then I shall go and rescue a jobberknoll.
Good luck. Deke will be waiting.
Revelio. Levioso. Settle yourself. I mean you no harm. I rescued a jobberknoll.
Deke hopes your jobberknoll finds the knapsack nice and cozy. Poachers want them for their feathers, and are not kind when they gather them.
Are there any other beasts nearby?
Just one that Deke knows of, a herd of moon calves. They live in a clearing of trees up this footpath. Deke will see you there.
Опять. Ладно, не опять. Класс. Да чё ты? Лунтинят. Лунтилят?
Hello, Deke. Is this the clearing you mentioned?
It is. Moon calves gather near the large tree with the spiral pattern in front, but only under the light of the moon. So, unfortunately, unless you have a way to hasten time, you might sometimes have to wait until nightfall to see them.
Как ты попал в
How did you
Хогвартс?
end up at Hogwarts after working for your former master?
Deke's prior master had no family, so when he died, all of his house elves were relocated by the ministry. Deke was the most fortunate one, as Deke was sent to Hogwarts. Deke's friends were not as fortunate.
I shall go and find a moon calf then.
Deke will be waiting for your return.
Okay. Ну, давай. А, R3. Я L3 нажимал.
Revelio.
Значит так. Левиоса. Хорош.
Not going to hurt you.
Бунтеленок.
It was a bit trickier than the others, but I have a moon calf now.
Another beast, safe and sound. Shame we didn't see the moon calves dancing. It's a marvelous sight. Deke supposes you're finished here. He'll be able to rescue many more beasts, but for now, let's bring the ones you've gathered back to the room.
All right.
Deke will meet you back in the room whenever you're ready.
Смогу лишь? Будет прямо сейчас, если что, сходить. Только минутку. Хогвартс это что-то имбовое. Не знаю, вторая часть выйдет на выход, если... Когда выйдет, я думаю, попрошу, чтобы купить. Или даже сам куплю уже. Если буду работать. Думаю, может, если что, куплю. Да, она может делать будет где-то под 3-4 года.
There you are. We need to show the beast you rescued their new home.
Показать.
But, not enough room to let them out here. Imagine all those beasts running amok. That wouldn't do at all.
Метаться. Капец.
Perhaps if you focus on what your beasts need, the room will provide.
Думай. Ой.
What exactly did you think of?
Это что такое? Ой. А в смысле?
Heavens! You've done it!
But what is it?
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out. Meet you inside when you're ready.
Внутри? А я не хочу как-то внутрь заходить. Ладно. Ох ты! Красиво как.
Look at this. It's amazing.
Потрясающая слава.
It seems to be a place for your beasts to live, a vivarium of some sort.
Виварные.
Oh, your beasts will be quite comfortable here. They'll live healthy, safe lives. Perhaps you want to release them, let them see their new home.
О! Раз, два, три. Ой. Еще одна.
Deke thinks the vivarium will be a fitting new home for your beasts.
Indeed.
Vivariums.
I only hope we'll have enough space for all of them.
Deke hopes so too. But if you do run out of room, Madam Peck at Brood and Peck in Hogsmeade will help to find safe homes for them.
Any beasts that the room can't hold?
Yes, she's well known for helping to care for beasts in need, and she'll give you a fair price for them. Speaking of care, beasts that are well fed and groomed will provide you with valuable magical materials, such as puffskein hair, for example. If you gather some magical materials from your beasts, Deke can show you how to use them.
Very well. I shall let you know when I have some.
Так, если волшебные твари ухоженные, они дают различные материалы, корм для тварей и щетка для влаживания. Вот это некоторый список ухода для ваших тварей. Нажмите левую, назначить это все можно. Но. Получить перо болтурушайки, получить мех пушишки, получить мех бунтеленка. Ням. Кому еще ням? А где еще одна?
Revelio.
А, вон. Оба. Оба. Говорит с Деком, окей.
I've collected some magical materials, Deke.
Now, Deke can show you how to use them. First, you'll need to use this spellcraft to conjure an enchanted loom.
An enchanted loom?
Exactly. It will allow you to use your magical materials to weave magic into the very threads of your clothing, making your clothing more useful in a variety of ways. Why don't you try it? Deke thinks you'll be impressed with what the loom can do.
I'll go and experiment with the loom now.
Зачарованный ткацкий станок. Как раз. Так, можем вот это давайте поставить. Вот это уберем. Вот сюда и ткацкий станок. X. Нет предела совершенству. Беру. Все. Пирофун. Пуйра мех теленка. А, характеристику. Понял. Посмотреть характеристики. А у меня их много. Неизвестно, еще 64. Не, у меня их немного. Ага. Известные характеристики 3. Одна. 3 это характеристика слишком сильно для этого предмета. Перо Чего? Дирикола. Дирикол. А у нас дирикол есть-то? Я думаю, да.
Revelio.
Где они? А он летает. А ты же болтрушайка. Пушишка там вроде. Это кто? Лунтеленок, да. Значит, нету. Ладно. Попробуем первую поставить, если нам надо. Говорят так. Защита, фокус, обезоруживание.
That came out nicely. I should show Deke.
Да, Дику. Дейку. Дик на английском. Дейк.
I used the enchanted loom, Deke.
Wonderful.
Will I be able to weave even more powerful magic into my clothing with the loom?
You will, by rescuing even more powerful beasts. For now, however, Deke suggests you explore the vivarium and get to know the beast you've already rescued.
Спасибо.
Thank you for your help, Deke.
Эльф, ховать мешок, ткацкий станок. Нам, кстати, сейчас дадут опыт. 14. Спасти тварей. Спасти 10. Выявите свое раздражение определенное количество раз. По 26% всего лишь там. Надо там прокачиваться. Все. Это чё, не все. Конечно, на плойке играть это Хогвартс немного лучше. Ты чувствуешь немножко отталкивание, как использовать это, как будто удерживать надо. Будто сам этой палочкой делаешь. Ну и вибрация есть. Так, у нас есть тут, да что тут допка? А, вот она. Блин, поле призывателя. А тут у нас две. Зал и Радианы и сказка о Роланде Дупсе. Следующая серия, пускай Дупс, Роланд. А тут давай сейчас посмотрим, что это такое за задание. Чё нам хотят? Ждать. Окей.
I suspect you are the one who has been interfering with a rather personal matter. The Demiguise statues and the moons contained therein were placed as they were for good reason.
Пирс Пемберсон.
Not meddle in the personal affairs of others.
Не суйте чужие дела в смысле. Похоже, мистер Пемберт собирается использовать собственные принадлежности, но он что-то знает о тех лунах. Он доносит его, если он в Хогвартсе. Надо будет, да.
Can I help you? I believe you can. I'm Sophronia, by the way, and I need help from someone who's at least a 5th year. Are you familiar with Herodiana Byrne?
Бирн, ты можешь отвечать.
Of course you're not. No one seems to know of her
Кто
but
это такая
me.
вообще?
She's only the single greatest Depulso master of all time. Even taught at Hogwarts, briefly.
Какая интересная личность, что-то не
How interesting. I'm amazed I've never heard of her.
It's a travesty she's not more well known. I often read about great witches in my limited free time. There are many. Whilst reading about her, I learned that she built a secret Depulso training room here at Hogwarts. But in typical clever Herodiana fashion, one cannot access it unless one knows Depulso, which of course, 3rd years aren't taught.
And you're a 3rd year, so...
Quick one, aren't you? According to what I've read, her signature outfit may still be there. I would love to see it.
Она хочет, чтобы мы туда пошли. Понятно.
And show it to me.
Хочешь, ну давай, чем занимаешься? Давайте
What ends up happening to Herodiana Byrne?
In her later years, she taught at Hogwarts, but only for a short while. Just long enough to build a secret hall, it appears. Then one day, she just disappeared. Some say she actually banished herself.
Сама
No one
себя.
knows for sure.
Изгнала сама себя, капец. Чем знаменита Иридиана Бирн?
How did Herodiana Byrne become famous by casting Depulso?
She once saved orphans from a wild grafthorn by banishing it over Stonehenge. That's on Salisbury Plain. She once banished a meddlesome dark wizard all the way to Durmstrang while she was in the Alps. That one may have been exaggerated, but lots of the stories about her certainly aren't.
If you tell me where to go, I'll see what I can do about it.
Simply go to the Hall of Herodiana. It's at the base of the Defense Against the Dark Arts Tower. There, you'll find a series of Depulso puzzles concealing pieces of Herodiana's ensemble.
Понятно, значит,
I shall let you know if I find anything.
Думаю, не так уж интересно.
I can't wait to see Herodiana's
Давайте
famous
сделаем.
ensemble.
Найдите вход в зал Иридианы.
Suppose I should look for that secret hall Sophronia told me about. It does sound interesting.
Капец, куда бежать? Депульсо. Че? Прикольно.
This must be the entrance to the hall of...
А я думаю, что это за фигня?
Hall of Herodiana. Better go inside and find those puzzles. Rebellion. Now to see if Herodiana Byrne was as good as Sophronia said she was.
А, ну это загадка не тяжелая. Нет, только не эти загадки. 3 головоломки, 3. Накидка. О, нет. А, нет, это не тяжело. Так, нам надо вот это. Или это я задумался, просто думаю, что это не тяжело. Я... Спасибо большое, она ресетнула загадку, а я... А, не. Ля какая. Или подожди, чего он мешает делать? Вот так вот. Вот так вот. Ну. Это изи. Не тяжелая была загадка. Думать. Не. А я не понял. Нет, это интереснее загадка. намного интереснее. Ладно, там не одно это, значит. Блин, ну капец. Да пульс надо сделать. В смысле? А каким-то способом. Бим. Как и... Ну честно, блин, как мне туда добавить? Да что я сделал? Можно кто-то мне загрузить последний контент? Я могу это сделать, думаю. Ай. Честно, голова, может сказать, вообще не думает. Акия. Де пульсо. А, ну-ка, нет, дай пульс. Ну. Да ты че делаешь? Ба. Блин, что делаю? Не надо. Значит так. Блин, сука. Ну вот что ты? Неудобно. Акия. Не то. Хорош. Пожалуйста, получись. Не, назад. Yeah, boy.
That's the last of them. Seems I was a match for Herodiana for too long. What's next?
Что дальше? Не, надо мне загадки дальше. Башня защиты от темных искусств. Че? Что это такое? А, все. Просто вернулись обратно. Что нам Сифрона хочет сказать? Сейчас опять бежать. Добежим сейчас. Маленькие подлаги идут. Прогрузка. А где она? Вот тут.
That won't work. What? Why?
А где она? А, вот она.
Sophronia, I solved all the puzzles in the Hall of Herodiana.
Incredible! Then you found Herodiana's outfit. May I see it?
Да.
Of course. Behold.
Oh, how grand! You'll look as majestic as Herodiana herself, the greatest Depulso master of all time. You're my second favorite hero.
Да.
Revelio.
Одно задание у нас еще тут. Поле призывателя. Ну, блин, не хочу пока идти туда. У нас еще есть в Хогсмеде задание вроде. Найти оставшиеся 16. Еще где-то 8. Луны мистер Пирс Мендер послал меня в сову, где он высказывает свое недовольствие тем, что я собираю луны со статуэток Масок. Нужно навестить этого человека в Хогсмиде. Давайте посмотрим. Так, Хогсмид, да? 3 метлы добка и... Что еще там? Подожди. 2 еще... Это добка, еще 2 добки у нас. Погнали. Ну чё?
Pardon me, sir, but about those curious demiguise statues I've seen.
What? Who are you? Why do you ask?
Мне очень интересно.
They're quite clever.
Oh, thank you. A lot of craftsmanship and care went into them. I assume.
So you did create them?
Yes, I did. It was a ploy to give that pathetic oaf Moon a taste of the grief he caused me years ago. You are the one who's been pilfering them.
I am.
Да.
At the request of Mr. Moon. I received your owl on your stationery.
Ah. Well, fitting Moon would enlist a student. Too cowardly to do it himself. Hasn't changed a bit. Even when we were at school, he was a cowardly bully. Gave me a horrible nickname, which I shan't repeat. I was thrilled when we left school and he seemed gone for good. Then I started seeing him around Hogsmeade. It was too much. Even if I do take satisfaction in that his life's destiny was to be a lowly caretaker.
Смотритель Хогвартса — важная должность.
Mr. Moon does a good deal for the school, and he's taught me a lot. He's terrified of those statues.
I know. You should have seen his face when that boggart appeared. Oh, priceless. That's when I knew what I needed to do. I simply didn't want to encounter him anymore. So, I shrewdly put a boggart in his path to learn his greatest fear. I then created the demiguise statues to keep him in his place, so to speak. The moons were an inspired play on his name. It worked brilliantly. Until you started clearing them out.
Прошу прощения, вы ничем не лучше, он.
Sounds as if Mr. Moon deserved what he got. But perhaps it's time you both moved on.
Fair point, I suppose. If they've terrified him, as you say, he may have learned his lesson.
Все. И теперь с Муном поговорить. Значит, это у нас другой, да, вот это, походу? Нет. Да, вот это. Вот сюда давайте.
Revelio.
Ну шо,
Mr. Moon, I've learned who's behind the demiguise statues.
Вы дразнили этого человека в школе.
It was a classmate of yours that you bullied, Piers Pemberton.
Oh, I might have known.
Косички.
Pigtails Piers.
Кажется, ему не нравится это прозвище.
I don't think he likes being called that.
Of course he does. Oh, we had such flowing locks, and we used to laugh about them. I laughed the hardest of all. Clever, clever man. I'd no idea he was so devious. I must go and congratulate him. Whatever statues remain seem less terrifying now that I know they were put out by old pigtails. Continue collecting them if you like. As for me, I'm gonna go and pay a visit to my old friend.
Revelio.
Мой еще котик, давайте погладим. Да, мяу. 27%. Нормально. Так, это умные ключи. Это, понятно, говорится, Эмиль де Рейс. Профессор онлайн. Соберите тролля. Капец, козявки. Так. У нас вон сколько еще заданий не взято. Я тут пооткрывал. О, тут у нас еще 2 задания. Это. И это. И вот тут еще 2 задания. Или одно вроде. Одно вроде. Схватка с беглецом. Поговорить с Эдгаром Эдли. Да, друзья, давайте, часик уже идет нормально. Сегодня сильно играть не хочу. Поиграли немножко, думаю, хватит. Завтра, если что, может, поиграем еще чуть-чуть. И будем потихоньку играть, проходить. В общем, да, всем спасибо за просмотр. Всем нового стрима.